everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cynthia and today's video is my last junk journal with me video for this journal here. I'm really excited to be done this journal. Honestly, it just holds so much grief and so much heavy emotions for me, so I'm ready to move on to something new. And I really wanted to record my last journaling session in there and show you how I kind of finalized things in this journal. I wanted to make a special kind of a special spread using some of the special items that some friends had sent me or that I had received in the mail through various ways. So I'm just getting ready to get set up here. I am prompting my journal with some cue cards there just so that it lays a little bit more flat. It did become quite chunky. I'm just pointing out here, I got some cupping done on my forearm for my wrist. So don't be alarmed if you see this and you're wondering like, what's going on my arm? I didn't get hit or anything. It's cupping. So I'm just gonna start by layering some different elements. I have this really gorgeous piece of a vintage ledger paper that I got in the mail from Janae, and so I really wanted to use that as a background, and I'm going to be pairing it with some washi tape to kind of accommodate. It doesn't quite cover the whole page, so I'm going to be accommodating one of the inner part of that page with some pretty washi tape. This one here is actually one of my favorite washi tapes. I wanted it for so long and it was always out of stock when I was looking, and finally I was able to get it the last time I had made an order. So I use it, but I'm also always like, I don't want to use it because I don't want to run out of it, but you can always purchase more. If you're curious on where I purchase my washi tapes, I do get most of them from Washi Wednesday. I've had really good experience with them and just really good quality. So So here I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to be placing at the bottom of the page, and once I figure that out, I am going to be just trimming everything appropriately and using my glue stick to adhere each piece onto the page. So I have a piece of like a scrap of kind of like a trim or a lace trim that I've used for a different project, and it's like a corner piece. I don't really know how to explain it, but I really wanted to include it in one of the corners of this spread. That particular piece of fabric is from Junk Sisters journals, and I recently got a package from them, and I just love everything that I purchased so much. I wish I could purchase everything on the shop, but I definitely don't have the finances to do that right now. So perhaps someday. So now I'm just playing around with this image of this lion looking at himself in the mirror, and for this particular journal, I actually had been working with a selected amount of ephemera that I placed in a bag for myself to choose from, in hopes to kind of reduce like the amount of things that I can be using in my spreads, and just to try and see if I would like to do, it's almost like a capsule wardrobe but for my journal. And I did like it. I did quite often have to pick out some different elements here and there for some of my spreads, but it did help me try and stay focused a little bit more. And this image here I had included in there, and I'd been waiting to use it somewhere that it felt right, and this last spread just felt like the perfect place to use it. I see this lion looking at himself, and it just kind of makes me think of like a self-reflection. And at the end of this journal, I just wanted to do a little bit of reflection on how far I had come since the beginning of November when I started using this. So I'm just layering a little piece here of some sewing paper, like a tracing paper, a pattern, oh my goodness, a sewing pattern, and just adding a little pink label onto there, and that is where I'm going to be able to stamp my date. And then just moving back and forth between my pages. I have different elements that I know I want to use, but also I'm not too sure how to complete everything. It is quite a large spread, and I do have some writing to do, but I did want to decorate the pages a little bit more. So I'm just picking out a journaling card here that I think will go well with the different colors that I have in these different pages. And I settle on this one here. This one is a printable from Dust Roses, and it's from her Telegram package. And I really love this one because you can just they come with a little page that has them all like 4 by a page, and I just love using them for journaling cards. I think that's just brilliant. So I'm just going to be using that here. And then here, this is a piece of a wallpaper scrap that was sent to me by Angela in the mail, and I really wanted to add that to the spread. I used the other part of it in a project, so I wanted to keep some from myself and kind of remember how special it was to get that in the mail. And again here, I'm just collaging different elements to create a bit of a background. I am going to be using the wallpaper to create a pocket, and just kind of adhering the different elements with my glue stick, but then the wallpaper will be adhered with some double-sided tape. I hope you guys are all doing really well. Things are good here. The weather is starting to be nicer, which is really good. We had a few more cold days and some snow, but now it's back to some nice weather and a little bit more spring-like. I am starting to learn to drive. Oh my goodness, you guys, I put it off for clearly a very long time. I'm going to be 29 in May. That's when my birthday is, and I still don't know how to drive. So I'm learning to drive. I'm taking some lessons, and my husband is very kindly showing me how to drive standard on the side as well so that I can practice. But I just have so much anxiety from it. So I'm really trying to get some journaling done to try and ease that bit of anxiety that is really overtaking me in my life right now. But I'd love to know how you are doing. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how things are where you are. Do you have anything planned for the spring? Are you gardening? We gardened last year, but I don't think we will be this year because we're hoping to move. So it's a little bittersweet. We have the space to do a garden, but we don't really wanted to spend the time to invest in something that we may not be there to enjoy. And so here you saw me just adhering the piece of wallpaper to create that pocket. I've selected this little, I don't know what those are called actually, like an index bid. I'm not too sure, but I have gotten that in the mail from my pen pal Chantal at Red Page Cafe, and I just love these so much, and I've been hoarding them. I think I only have one left, and it's like so sad to be using the last of it, but I'm just adding a little piece of fabric so that I can easily remove it from the pocket, and that'll be another little journaling space for me. And just using my stapler to add that piece of fabric on there. So I just revisited the little corner that I have here made with fabric, and I'm just stapling it onto this page here. I just felt like it went there a little bit better, but also the journaling card that I had selected will fit into it nicely that way, just because of gravity. It will remain at the bottom a little bit easier than at the top, but then I don't know what to do with this page. So what I'm thinking is just to write a bit of a quote that kind of resonates with me in that moment. I often like to write some song lyrics that I really love and that just really kind of mirror how I'm feeling, I guess. And I'm just adding some extra glue and little spots here. Lastly, I just want to add a piece of fabric washi tape that I received in the mail. That one was from Brianna. And then I am going to be doing my journaling off camera. But that's about it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Coming up next will be the flip through of this completed junk journal. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up or a comment down below. It really does help me out. And I wish you all a really wonderful day, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye now.